all the words inside my head. I'm fired up and tired of the way that things have been. Oh, ooh, the way that things have been. Oh, ooh. Second, don't you tell me what you think that I can be. I'm the one at the sail. I'm the master of my sea. Oh, ooh, the master of my sea. Oh, ooh. I was soaking from a young age, taking my soak into the masses, writing my poems for the few that look at me, took me, shook me, feeling me, singing from heartache, from the pain, taking my message from the veins, speaking my lesson from the brain, seeing the beauty through the.
Are you hype or are you not hype?
Some of those catches, I forgot about them. And I'm like, holy shit. Justin Jefferson, that catch that he made against Buffalo was ridiculous last year.
That's one of the craziest catch. The Pickens catch was nuts too. That was OBJ-esque, but that the stakes that Diggs made that catch was, or Jefferson made that catch was insane.
Absolutely insane. Double covered. Kirk said, fuck it.
Fourth down.
I got you, dog.
Yeah, dude. We gonna win this game.
Right.
All right, baby. We got the Bears and Commanders tonight. The Commanders open up at 6-point favorites and the over-unders at 45. How you doing? How you been?
Hey, pretty good. Thursday Night Football. Nothing better than two real shit teams to watch to really be excited for this, Thursday Night Football. But I'm definitely on the Commanders tonight to cover the 6, and I take the under 44.5. So as long as it's 44, we're good to go. The Bears look like the worst team in football over the last few weeks. So,
all right, don't forget about the G-Man. Because the last couple of weeks, they are bad.
They are terrible. That game on Monday, they should be eliminated from all primetime games, because the opener against Dallas and then the one they just played on Monday, absolutely trash. 11 sacks.
Their offensive line should be jailed, at least for a week.
Right.
You should be in jail for a week after what you did to him. That's
your bye week. You're spending it in jail.
You have to. You killed Danny Dimes.
He woke up with a neck brace on because the motherfucker had whiplash for sure.
He went to sleep in a full body brace, bro. They wrapped his ass up. I'm also on the Commanders tonight. I like the -6. The Dick Butkus news, him passing, what was that, like 30 minutes before we just went live? So there's a little extra motivation for Bears and their fans. So I don't know if that plays too much into it, but that is a little sideline story that we'll keep up on. I'm sure they'll talk about it all game, but I still like the Commanders. I think they have the better defense, they have the better offense, and they should win this game.
Definitely. I mean, all around they're a better team. It's just, you never know when someone dies like that. Like his ghost is gonna be there and help the Bears tonight, or some bullshit.
Yeah, angel in the outfield type
right.
shit.
To help Justin Fields run for his damn life. So
yeah, no shit. Some fine gentlemen here. What up, Holden C? Appreciate you, bro. How you doing? How you been?
Man, you're a good liar. I like that, Holden. Good for you.
Yeah, he's a suck up.
What'd you think about the last week of NFL?
Well, the Lions dominated, so I really have nothing to complain about. What they did on Thursday night, Sunday was just, cherry on top for me.
Absolutely. We're on top of the NFC North. NFC North. Yeah, NFC North. How many times can we say that in our whole lifetime?
I think 1 or 2 times through the first 4 or 5 weeks. So, we got to take it while we can. We're
Right.
hot, baby. We're hot.
NBA soon. I know. I can't wait. I think we have 19 days till opening night. Girlfriend just told me she got me tickets to Pistons home opener on the 28th for my birthday.
Who they play?
They play the Bulls, so I'll be in attendance.
Hell yeah.
I may or may not throw some money on the game.
I was gonna say D-Gen's about to be D-Genning because your Tuesday, Wednesdays are gonna be filled with NBA slips.
Nothing but NBA, and I absolutely love it. I like your cut right in my nail.
Bro, you are tripping today. You're about to get banned. I thought we were cool, bro.
He said, "Enough with the nice. Let's play not. Let's play bad."
Yeah,
All
he
right.
ain't fit for that.
Week 5. Did you wake up early on Sunday and realize the game was going on for Jags and Falcons?
I did. I was a little late on it.
Edition?
I seen a little bit of it. I didn't watch it straight Toy Story edition, but it was cool.
It was cool. As a kid, I don't know, because I was so into the football scene already. I don't know if I would have liked it, but I could see what they're trying to do, trying to get young fans to like the game a little bit more, and it was actually pretty cool.
And the best strategy was for the early game where kids are getting up early as fuck already. Throw the iPad to the kid, you watch the game, I'll watch the real game. We're all good here. So yeah, I liked it. I think that they're gonna keep doing shit like this just to try to draw in a younger fan base and stuff. So I'm all good for it.
Oh, absolutely. It's kind of like the slime for the Super Bowl, just something to keep the kids preoccupied.
Yeah, for sure. Just bringing in the youth is something that all sports need to do. MLB needs to get with it. I think when I see the NFL doing stuff like that, it just makes me think like MLB, where that's kind of what you got to do. We need the younger generation and in the game of baseball because it's dying out.
Most definitely, maybe implement something fun. Like you talked about, pick a guy and let's brawl him, and that would be funnier than shit. But
there should be one fight per MLB game. The stands would be a lot more packed during the regular season.
Definitely. I don't know, without altering the MLB game too much, how you would get the kids to watch. But you could do it where like backyard baseball, I guess, if they're able to do what they did with the football game for Toy Story, you could
get Pablo Sanchez out in that bitch. The GOAT. The actual GOAT, bro.
Yep, for sure. The Jags do play again this week in London, so against the Bills. So that'll be another early game for everyone. Sunday morning, 9:00.
Woohoo! I'll be up at 10, and I'll see what the game's how the game's going, and I'll see if I watch that game because I don't know. The Jags have not been that fun to watch this year compared to what we thought they were going to be. So I'm a little disappointed in the Jags so far.
I agree wholeheartedly. They did win in London. They're London's team, but I don't. This week doesn't look pretty for them going up against the Bills.
Yeah, and the Bills started off a little slow, but they're looking a lot better. And the Jags have just started slow and kind of stayed there.
Right, they're like stuck in molasses or something. Speaking of the Bills, though, they made the Dolphins look human. That's for sure. The Dolphins, I thought, was like, okay, they went above, based on their play the last few weeks.
You score 70 points, expectations are a little high. It's kind of hard to, replicate that, especially the very next week against a really good team. So it is what it is. I don't think Miami's tripping too much. They know they got a really good team and one of the best offenses, but the Bills are for real yet again.
Right. It's just good to see for Bills fans what can happen if Josh Allen doesn't turn the ball over. He had 4 touchdowns through the air, 1 on the ground. Diggs went wild, 6 catches, 120 yards, 3 TDs. Like, he could not be caught. He was juking, jiving everywhere, and 48-20 was the end score. Like, you beat the shit out of the fence. Good job.
Yeah, that one catch on the sideline where he like dekes out the guy and they like tackle each other. I'm like, oh my God, you cannot be that guy. You can't do that.
For sure. Looking like your brother playing youth football.
Yeah, I was thinking Dante Hall back in the day.
Right.
Back juke. But yeah. I got a couple props for this game that I like.
For tonight?
for tonight.
Okay.
We're gonna start off just relaying some information about my Thursday night punts.
All right, let's hear it.
We don't have any 3.5s tonight. We have a 4 and 4.5. Chicago's at 4.5 and Washington's at 4.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if Chicago punts the ball 8 times tonight. So
I wouldn't be surprised if they get that 4.5 in the first quarter.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to touch it because that's not the model I've been going with. But I got to make sure everybody knows about it, especially because Chicago punts the fuck out of the ball.
Right.
But other than that, I like Brian Robinson a lot. I think a lot of people are on Brian Robinson fantasy score, anytime touchdown, and his rushing yards and stuff. So I like his anytime touchdown. He's hit it 3 out of 4 games this year. Chicago's defensive line is not amazing, and when they get in the red zone, either Sam Howell likes to take it and get on the move with his legs, or they just give it to Brian Robinson 2 or 3 times within the 10. So I'm all over Brian Robinson tonight. And then a couple more I liked was Fields passing yards. He's 3 out of 4 this year. His line is at set 193.5. He did 335 last week versus Denver in that crazy game that they fucking choked. 211 versus Tampa and 216 versus Green Bay. He's only not hit it one time, and that was versus Kansas City. So I think 193.5 is a fair line. I think he can easily go over 200. We'll see how much running plays he has and not just scrambles. So we'll see. I think we're talking about his overpassing attempts. So it kind of plays into that. If they're going to be down, they're going to be throwing the ball, and he can hit 200. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. It's not my highest pick, but I do like Fields passing tonight. DJ Moore is at 53.5. He's hit this 2 out of 4 times. He's coming off 131 yards versus Denver, and he put up 104 versus Tampa Bay. So being the number 1 receiver, you're supposed to lose this game. You're supposed to be down. Fields should be passing the ball. I'm all over DJ Moore over 53.5. He busts a lot of big plays, and it could only take 2-3 catches for him to hit this 53.5.
Right.
Regardless of the score.
It might be just a quick screen and boom to the hizzle. So, yeah, I like DJ Moore over 53.5. That seems like so stupid low for a number 1 receiver.
For sure. I was thinking like 65 is typically what, number 1 receiver would be that. But it just plays into how well is Fields going to pass the ball and how many first downs are they going to get tonight? How much are they going to actually move the ball and opportunities is he going to get? But I don't think this is going to be a blowout. I think Washington's going to win, but I think there's going to be some points put up on the board tonight.
Okay.
And then one more bear I like, Cole Kmet. He's at 32.5. He's hit 3 out of 4 times this year. He's went for 85, 38, and 44.
Okay.
Everyone knows when you're not super high tier quarterback, the tight ends are prioritized and they're used as release valves or just easy catches, hooks. So either his 3.5 or 4 catches or him over 32.5, I love. It's not a lot of yards whatsoever.
No, and he's kind of a guy where Justin Fields either doesn't throw to him at all or it just like keeps finding him and keeps finding him. So so far this year, it's worked out pretty good. Last year, I just remember he was really good, and then like 0 targets. And you're like, what the fuck? I finally put you in my fantasy lineup, and this is what you do?
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah, he's only had that happen one time this year, and it was versus Kansas City. I think Justin Fields literally had like 115 passing yards, and nobody was getting the rock. So if we stay away from that, I think Fields is going to go over 200, and DJ and Cole will get their yards.
For sure. I like all those bets. I'm on 3 different ones, but Justin Fields over 47.5 rush yards. So they put his attempt line at 8.5, which makes me think, okay, if he gets 8 rushes, he has to get 50 yards. I feel like Justin Fields, 8 rush attempts, he could do it in 1, let alone.
I was going to say, it only takes 1 for him. We've seen him just hogging down the field.
Right. He hasn't really. I think he's gone over this 1 time so far this year, but I kind of look forward to him getting back to how he used to play, getting a little wild, getting a little free. If they're down, look for Washington to not care anymore and drop everybody, and Justin Fields to take off, pick up 10, 15 at a time. So hopefully the 47.5 is for free. Number 2, Chase Young over quarter sack. So again, kind of like what we talked about last week with Hutch. All he's got to do is be involved in a sack. He's going to get the half sack, and boom, we cash. So Chase Young, dominant pass rusher. If Fields is dropping back to throw the ball a lot, he's got a lot of opportunities. So that's what I see. Hopefully it happens. And then the last one, again, if the Commanders are up, they're going to turn around and hand the ball off to Brian Robinson. So I'm taking his over 15.5 rush attempts. He's gone over this, I think, 2 of the 4 games or 3 of the 4 games. So look for it to keep going. 16 rushes. If they're winning, that's beautiful.
For sure. And if Chicago is not moving the ball, they're going to have a lot more possession time. He's going to get 1 or 2 carries every time, every fresh set of downs, you would imagine. He's their workhorse. He always falls forward. 15.5 is really nothing unless for some reason Commanders get down early.
And I was just going to say, like, the worst case scenario for all of the bets we've talked about so far is the Bears get the ball first, the Bears go down and score, and the Commanders get a 3 and out to come right back. Because, fuck, if the Bears have the lead,
that's our worst nightmare,
bro. We're all in trouble.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. So the Bears will get a win. I don't think they're going to go winless this year. They're sitting at plus 220. I'm not going to bang it, but for any delusional Bears fans, I don't think this line is too far off. I don't think the Commanders with Howell are like leaps beyond Chicago's potential. Whether or not Chicago is going to show signs of the first half versus Denver or the second half versus Denver. That's kind of what Chicago fans are on their toes about. But plus 220 is not bad for a primetime game. Shit gets weird during primetime. So
it does.
But when you see Bears 0-4, it's pretty hard to not have them at plus 200 at least.
I mean, would I be like ungodly shocked if it happens? No, because I see everyone is on the Commanders today. But please, God, don't let it happen.
What do you feel about the whole fade the public? It's becoming like a very big thing. Like a bunch of sports books are like promoting it and saying like 99% of bets are on the Lions. Like, what do you feel about that? Do you think they're just trying to reach out to the fade the public people and get some more like lines on the other side to even up? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
What do you feel about the fading the public scenario?
I don't know. I kind of just go with my gut. Is it fade the public? Is it go with the public? Who knows? Do I feel super confident if I'm going against, the 73% of the people who pick, but the money's on the other side? Not really, because it makes me feel like, okay, something's wrong here. But that's what gambling is, right? Have I lost more than I've won? Most likely, so I probably should fade the public. But at some point, the public has to be right, and I'm always thinking it's when I'm betting with them. So is that the case? Hell no. But...
Hell no. I seen someone else talking about it. I forget, so sorry for not crediting them. But there was like 6 in a row that they were saying like 99% are picking the Lions, 99% are on San Fran. 6 for 6, the public was right.
Exactly.
6 for 6. So it's not like fade the public's a system that is like super profitable, but it's just weird to me because people will pick their battles when it's fading the public, and then when they win, they're like, "Oh my god!" But when they lose, they're like, "What the fuck am I doing?"
Right. I picked the under, and it went way over.
Yeah, 99% of the bets are on this, so I'm betting that. I don't know. It seems super contrarian, but some people love it.
Some people do. I'm pretty sure Gino's a big guy for fade the public. Shout out Gino, but I'm with it sometimes. I'm against it the others. So, when it doesn't matter what the public's on, it's what I'm on, and I'm rooting for what I'm on. So that's kind of how I view it, I guess.
I'm with it. Does it ever deter you though?
No.
It just, it might sit in the back of your head, but it'll never deter you from pushing those buttons.
Right. I don't actively go look for what the stats are either. So
yeah, me neither. Speaking of that though, A lot of people are on the under 45 primetime games. What do you think about tonight?
Under 100%. Lock it. Lock it. It's a part of my same game parlay tonight too. So lock the under. Love it.
All right. So if you think it's under 45 and Washington wins, tell me the score.
I predicted this from there's a guy on Twitter I follow. His name's Smart Money. I reposted it because you have to for his challenge. He's doing a primetime game where you can, if you guess it right, you get $100 Venmo. He'll Venmo you. And I guessed Commanders 27, Bears 13.
Okay, not too far under.
Right.
It's still 40 points.
That's 40 points.
Still some points. Just so you know, Gino does the same thing. So
Okay.
if you want to do that before the game starts or whatever, get your free chance. And always good supporting Gino and reposting his shit. So
Definitely.
just FYI. If I'm going to predict the game,
Yeah.
I'm going to go under
Okay.
24-20.
Oh, literally like to the line. I love it.
24-20 tonight. I think there might be some heartbreak in the over betters, but we'll see. You never know. But prime time, it's another strat. A lot of people like prime time unders. It's probably hitting above 60%, I would imagine, especially for this year. So yeah, I'm on the under as well. I like the Commanders, but I don't love them. I know shit gets weird, especially with two shit average, below average teams. So you never know what the fuck's gonna happen. How do you feel about Sam Howell so far?
Not outstanding, not horrible. I would say he's like top of the bottom tier of quarterbacks, if that makes sense.
Well, let me ask you this.
What's up?
Sam Howell, Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, Anthony Richardson. Where is Sam Howell in there?
Probably third right now.
So who's fourth?
Bryce Young.
Okay.
He looks bad. He looks bad.
Well, his team's fucking terrible. So.
Well, I mean, yeah, his team is terrible. But Anthony Richardson, he's making plays. And then CJ Stroud looks pretty damn good.
We're going to act like the Bears don't win tonight after the Dick Butkus news. Dude, we were just talking about it. We were prepping like 5 minutes before we went live. We all got the notification. We're like, fuck. It's in a whole nother element. But we're just going to ignore it. We're just going to ignore it. Commanders -6, baby.
He's still on his way up. He's not going to be at the game tonight.
What the fuck? He's still ascending. It won't count. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I think the Bears are going to have a little more fire tonight, especially on the defensive side of the ball. But I just don't think their offense is good enough. So we're rolling with Washington -6.
Amen. 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 My same game parlay tonight. 6 legs plus 1,000. Commanders money line. We don't need points. Under 52 gives us a little bit of leeway in case it does do something funky. Fields over 27.5 pass attempts. So I expect the Commanders to be winning. Fields has hit this in 3 of 4 games this year. I think he's going to throw the ball a lot. Fields over 40 rushing yards. Again, I think he's going to run the ball as well, potentially. And that Washington doesn't care anymore. Pick up your garbage yards if you want it. Brian Robinson over 15.5 rush attempts. So 16, just like we're betting for the prop. And then DJ Moore, 40 yards receiving. Again, I think he could get this in 1 reception. He's the number 1 receiver for Justin Fields. It doesn't take a lot for him to get 40. That is going to pay 1,000. So
that's not too shabby, buddy.
$10 gets you 100. $100 gets you 1,000. Go wild if you feel like you like it. But yeah, I like it a lot. Again, worst case scenario, Bears take an early lead.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. It's kind of game scripty. We're thinking Washington's going to win, so they're going to run the ball. And if Washington's winning most of the game, Chicago's going to throw the ball. So that's kind of where your head's at. I like it. I like the whole game script scenario, not just, clicking random buttons. So I'll give you your flowers on that one. We're going to bang that plus 1K.
Oh, please, Bears, throw a pick to start.
Didn't you have something else?
Yeah. So I kind of stole this from Shaggy, actually. Shout out Shaggy. Fun one for you. 3 legs plus 575. Shaggy's been doing this where he just predicts interceptions. Boom.
Dude, I've seen two prime times in a row that he's banged them.
Yeah, he ruined Jared Goff for me last Thursday, but
That was fucked up.
it was. That's the only leg that lost the parlay
First
last week.
drive, dude. If that didn't happen, we would have been mint.
Right, for sure. But no, he said that both quarterbacks are going to throw a pick, and he's predicting one of them to be a pick six. He
Ooh.
thinks it's going to be Justin Fields to Fuller for the Commanders, and Fuller taking it back to the house.
My man's is calling out the defender getting the pick.
Yeah, so he's
got the crystal ball.
He does. So I didn't go wild with it and do Commanders defense anytime touchdown because that would just be too much. But I did Fields to throw a pick, Howell to throw a pick, and Brian Robinson to score a touchdown. So just the most likely to score a touchdown. 3 legs plus 575. It's a no sweat bet for me. So if I lose, I get it back, and we'll run something on Saturday. But I think it could be fun. And Shaggy's been hot, so let's ride the hot hand.
Yeah, he has been. He's been calling some random shit. I'll just say that. Shaggy_bets. Make sure you follow him. He's the GOAT. I like it. I think both quarterbacks can easily throw a pick tonight, especially if Justin Fields going to go over his passing attempts. Sam Howell's a young dog. Their defense is going to try to get after Sam Howell pressure-wise. It only takes one tip ball to the crib. So I like that, especially at plus 575.
For sure. And I heard that for the Bears, Claypool's out tonight. Eddie Jackson's out tonight.
Bro. Claypool's done. I don't know what the fuck happened with him, but he's just a healthy scratch. They're trying to trade his ass.
For sure. Eddie Jackson's also out tonight. So that is a pretty good safety for them that won't be playing. So hopefully that's good news for the Commanders that they can just dominate the game. Justin Fields picks up his, garbage time attempts, yards, everything, and we're nothing but green tonight.
Yeah, for sure. He can pad the stats as much as he wants and lose the game. We don't care.
By 6 points.
By 7 points, Dunny. We don't want to push on that.
That's true.
What do you think the Bears are going to do if they lose this game? Do you think the mindset is tank again for another quarterback and get rid of Fields? Or are we keeping Fields and trading another top 3 pick away?
See, at this point, if they go 0-5, I forget who they have next, but if they go 0-5, it's got to be ship everyone. Coach, GM, assistant coach, quarterback, receiver,
water boys,
everyone.
You're gone.
Pack your bags. You're getting traded. And I think there might be people out there who want Justin Fields. Someone who sees him as someone that we can build around. If he's in the right system, if he's got a good offensive line, a good defense. Could he be Lamar Jackson? I don't know. But he shows points in which he could be. He played pretty damn good football last week, and they still lost.
Yeah, I mean, that comeback is I feel really bad for Bears fans if they actually had to sit through and watch that shit.
Right. You're up, the drinks are flowing, you're happy. Yes, we finally won. Our quarterback looks good.
You go outside, smoke, you come back, 21 point.
Boom.
Gone.
Yep, nothing. But I think they could get a buttload of picks here, like Justin Fields and DJ Moore. Package them, send them somewhere, and you get in a couple number ones, that's for sure.
And you're already potentially going to have the number one.
Right, exactly.
They're going to tank, hope for Caleb, and then he's going to stay at USC.
And say,
fuck the Bears, bro. I'm going to that shit.
I don't like the cold.
Yeah, fuck that. What team potentially do you think Fields would go to?
I think it'd be worth a call down to the Cardinals. Say, hey, you have Kyler. Is he going to come back? Do you want him to come back? Probably not. You're competing in a lot of these games. I'll give you Justin Fields. We're worse than you are because you already won a game.
Right.
So here.
Do you like any other rookie quarterbacks right now over Fields?
Right now, no.
No.
4 games in, probably not. But CJ Stroud looks the best of the 4. But then again, maybe he's not playing as tough of opponents. So we'll see.
Yeah, I like Anthony Richardson a lot too. We'll see how he develops throwing the ball, but their
Mhm.
offensive coordinator in their run game has looked really good and kept them in line. So I think the Colts right now are playing way better football than I imagined going into the year.
No, definitely. I mean, the Texans are too. Everyone in that division is 2-2. So
Yeah.
it's like, good Lord. The Texans smacked the Steelers.
Yeah, the Steelers and Pickett do not look good right now.
Could Justin Fields go to Pittsburgh?
Yeah,
You know?
I don't think Tomlin would be mad with that.
Hell no. That's a good defense, a run first offense. Something could happen there.
Yeah, and I mean, like you said, a run first offense, good offensive line always. It just add another dynamic to their offense, being able to run the ball more.
And you know it's going to be well coached.
Parlays sweatshirt on tonight. Hoping my bet's hit. Let's go, Aaron. Let's
That
go,
boy,
baby.
Aaron.
Atta boy. Good luck tonight, bro. It's about to go down. Who do you like tonight? You got the. I would imagine you're not on the Bears tonight, but you like the Commanders or the Bears tonight?
Let us know, Aaron. Let us know.
All right. That's gonna be enough for this game.
Thank
We're
the
gonna roll
Lord.
into a little bit for Sunday's game. I have a 3-teamer. It's all chalk, all
Okay.
favorites. It's the Bills over the Jags. Early 9 a.m. game.
Okay.
Titans over the Colts. I don't know if
Okay.
Anthony Richardson's back. I haven't looked. Either way, if he is or not, I like the Titans. They kind of got it rolling last week. And then the Bengals to bounce back versus the bald ass Arizona quarterback.
Josh Dobbs.
Josh Dobbs, dude. How have you been bald since you were 14? Said whoever helps my bets. Damn right, baby. That's a degenerate answer right there.
That is the name of the game right there. Always, always.
I don't give a damn who wins as long as my bet's hit.
I like that. Are you taking the spread on all those, or are you money?
No, these are straight money line chalk. Minus 238 for the Bills, minus 130 for Titans, and minus 160 for Bengals. I don't think it's too much chalk to ask for. 3 teams plus 306.
Okay. I mean, the Bengals, it's going to be based on how Joe Burrow can play. I saw he got dropped in one of my fantasy leagues.
I know multiple people that's dropped them.
Like, coming before the season, if we would have took his unders on everything on PrizePicks, we would have been just,
But yeah, we would have been
living the
called
good
fucking
life.
crazy at first,
Right,
and then we
right.
would have been called, a god after that.
Nostradamus. I like it. I like it, though. The Bengals do need to get back on track, and if they lose this game, okay, let's pack it up, send it home. We're 1-4 at that point? There's no point.
Maybe. That division isn't too strong this year, especially with Pittsburgh being shit, and Baltimore hasn't been putting up points. They've been winning games, but they have not been putting up points. So I mean, they could always bounce back, but it really depends on a healthy Burrow because he looks a little gimpy back there. He doesn't look mobile whatsoever, and he's just stiff. So
For sure.
and their receiving core has not been doing anything compared to what their expectations are. Their receivers are way too good to not be averaging, or for having Joe Burrow not averaging at least 250 plus.
100% agree. Jamar Chase hasn't scored a touchdown yet. So minus 110 for any time touchdown score this week. So
I thought about throwing him in there, but I just haven't trusted him. He'll probably bang this week, but I left him out. Speaking of touchdown scores, I have a 5-man touchdown parlay for this weekend. 5-man
tonight too, right?
Yeah, one is for tonight. I got Brian Robinson tonight.
All right.
Jameson Williams plus 200 bounce back game.
The deep ball.
The deep ball. I think they're going to try to get him the ball, get him a touchdown, get him rolling, get the fans back around him. Bijan plus 115. It's going to be the rookie of the year. CMC, the best running back in the league. And then Devontae Adams against Green Bay. If you don't think they're going to throw him the ball in the red zone, you're smoking crack.
And that's a Monday night game, right?
Yeah. So we got Brian Robinson tonight, and then Devontae on Monday, and then 3 on Sunday. So those 5 together, 25 for 900 at plus 3493.
Dear
It's
Lord.
not asking too much. Only 5 touchdowns.
Just
touchdowns.
5. Just 5.
Just 5 touchdowns. Nothing too crazy. A couple revenge games. The returning game for J-Mo, that's the one that's going to really determine it in my eyes. He's plus 200, so he's the worst odds out of these 5. So 5-man plus 34.93, baby.
I like it. I like it a lot. I called it when we talked about the Lions a long time ago that I thought when Jameson comes back, first play, they're going to play action, throw the deep ball. I said, bet it then. I can't bet it just yet, but I'm going to look to throw $1 or $2 on it, just say fuck it. But no,
His first touchdown was plus 1K, wasn't it? Or
plus
2K?
1,000 already for first touchdown score. But I'll try and live bet like Jameson Williams to score in the first drive if I can find that anywhere, or like first play touchdown, something like that, first pass touchdown, because I do think they're gonna try.
I think so as well. He's gonna get the opportunities. We're gonna see if the ball's in the right spot or he goes and makes a play, but I think they're gonna try to get him opportunities. He's been biting at the bit or chomping at the bit to get into the game, and they're going to target the fuck out of him this week. And we finally have a deep threat. Amon-Ra can do everything across the middle with Reynolds, and we can get J-Mo deep, get the safety out of there, make a lot of space. So
and Laporta.
Laporta is a dog. Dog.
Like,
dude, he's trucking people. He's falling forward. He's breaking. I don't know his yards after catch, but he has been breaking a tackle almost every time he catches the ball.
For sure. It's going to add a new dimension to this offense. Obviously, we've had Khalif Raymond, who's been running a lot of the deep routes, but there's something different about Jameson Williams,
Raymond was like the guy that, someone has to do it. He's he was the guy getting space for the underneath routes and everything else. But when you have a target that will go one-on-one and go get the ball, it's a way different dynamic playing against or on the other side of the ball as Raymond as Williams. So it's going to be different. Our offensive has already been strong, electric, but it's a whole new dynamic when you got a guy running, sub 4.3s, low 4.4s, and he's a playmaker. And he, like I said, he is motivated as fuck. He's watched how well we've played.
Right.
He can feel the emotion behind all the Lions fans, especially the ones traveling to Green Bay. That was fucking awesome. And he's just ready to make his own play, make his own stamp. So it's going to be fun, man.
Definitely. Did you see Antoine Randall kind of talk about how the NFL needs to change? They couldn't even talk on the phone when he was suspended. He's the receivers coach for the Lions, and he couldn't talk to J-Mo.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. It's so dumb.
Like you can be suspended, but you still need to be involved in the game plan and kind of like how things are rolling, especially within your super small receiver room.
Right.
Team meetings, whatever, but I should be able to talk to my guy because you're the fucking coach.
Right. 100%. I should be able to tell you, hey, I want you to work on these things while you're out of the practice facility,
or just being able to call you, say, how you doing? How you been?
Did you place any bets?
You're my guy. Tell me the college football locks, J-Mo. What are we doing?
For sure.
Well, speaking of the Lions, we're -10 this week. How you feeling about it?
That I don't know what to feel because I don't know that I've ever seen a Lions line of -10, a money line of -470 in my life.
That's wild. Especially Carolina beat the fuck out of us last year in the run game.
Beat the dog piss out of us.
They ran for like 500 yards. Both running backs went for a career high, which is unheard of.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure our defensive coordinator was, licking his wounds leaving that game.
For sure. That's why I think the 10, it's a good line. I think we're going to try and, little revenge game. They embarrassed us last year. So we're going to try and give it back to them this year.
And we can't forget, it's in the Ford Field.
Right.
It's loud as fuck. We got a rookie quarterback. I think our defense is going to make plays.
The ski masks will be on. D-Mont is going to be running through people's arm tackles like nothing. The Panthers have looked bad this year. Though they
Brian Branch is going to be flying around the field again, dude. Thank God his ACL or his Achilles is not bad.
Yeah. I was crying. I was crying.
You texted me. It's gone. He's done. Brian's done. I literally texted you. We can't have anything good.
We can't. It looked like it was his Achilles, but then when he came back out, I'm like, oh, thank you, the Lord.
So you're saying there's a chance?
He still can win Defensive Player of the Year or Rookie of Defensive Player of the Year. But
He's
no,
a
I
dog.
agree. I'll be looking for DeMont to score another touchdown. It's home. It's like a lock. Let's check the line, I guess.
Are we ever gonna get a Jameer touchdown though? Are we going back to
Right.
the well? Are we going back to the well?
At this point, I kind of want to take his under, and then
Okay, you can't switch up on me. He's due, Dunny.
DeMont is minus 175. Jameer is plus 110. So they're the two most likely to score. Amon-Ra's third at plus 120. They don't even have a freaking Panther on here until Adam Thielen at plus 205. So Jameson Williams has better odds than any Panther.
Jesus Christ. I think minus 175 is not bad. I think we put up another 30 points.
Right.
We're a 30-point ball club. That's what we do.
And if we get it to the 5, he's getting the ball twice, at least.
Yeah, I was going to say 2 times, and on 3rd and 2, all right, maybe we play action or do something quick, but he's getting the ball because he's falling forward every fucking time.
And if people don't like what David Montgomery is doing for this Lions team right now, you are not a true football fan. Like, come on. This dude
I'm so fucking annoyed at people saying, what about Jahmyr Gibbs? Why'd you waste the 1st-round pick on him?
Sorry you drafted him in the 2nd round of fantasy this year, but David Montgomery is tearing up anyone who gets in his way right now. He is looking like, Marshawn Lynch did back with the Seattle Seahawks. Could you be mad at Marshawn Lynch? No. He's doing what Jamal Williams did last year at a higher clip.
Yeah, Jamal was kind of just get us in the end zone.
Right.
Montgomery is a 4-down back.
For sure.
He's
100%.
He's never not been a 4-down back. He was doing it with the shitty Bears team. He finally gets a good line with a passing game that they can't creep the fucking nickels into the box and stuff. So he's got such a good opportunity this year, and you can't be mad that we have Gibbs, kind of coattailing behind him, because eventually Gibbs is going to work into that, a couple years or a year, whatever happens with Montgomery. Like, this is the experience. He's getting, a lot under his belt and getting acclimated to the NFL. Montgomery's a dog. He's been doing this.
Right. Montgomery's earning himself a lot of money this year. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously running backs don't get paid anymore, but if there's one that's going to get signed to a nice contract this year, it's probably going to be David Montgomery.
Yeah. He had 1 year to, prove people wrong. Chicago lost faith in him. He was going to be cheap over there. It's not like they were going to pay him out the ass. So he had 1 year, and he was put in one of the best positions possible, especially staying in this division, knowing how weak it was going to be. And Minnesota's fallen. Detroit and Montgomery are in prime time position right now.
For sure. And you talk about not being able to bring the nickel down. Imagine with J-Mo now out there, you really can't bring any safety or anything like that. Because if he's even, he's leaving, and J-Mo is going to be even with a lot of dudes.
I was going to say, start creeping. Goff says, check. Go long, baby. Go long. We're going to do it a couple times a game. We'd like to try to let our playmakers make a play. So I don't know, man. I'm trying not to get too hyped because I've already been so excited the last 4 weeks. We better just show out against Carolina. That's all I got to say.
Brew another pitcher.
Yeah. I'm about OD'd out on Kool-Aid right now. So hopefully we just keep the train rolling.
For sure. I agree wholeheartedly.
Oh,
man.
There was another game. So we talked about the G-Men shitting the bed and being one of the worst teams. Miami's on a bounce back week this week. They open up minus 12.5 against the G-Men at home in Miami. How free does 12.5 sound versus the G-Men?
So free.
I don't care if they have 5 Saquons because they're gonna have to play on the line. I don't care if Saquon's back or not. The G-Men are terrible. Their offensive line should be jailed. So yeah, what do you think about the 12.5?
It's crazy to say because it's an NFL football game that I feel like 12.5 is a lock. But it shouldn't be. But it feels like it is because the Giants have looked that bad this year.
For sure. And barring last week's game, Miami's defense have been good.
Right. 100%
So
agree.
They shouldn't have to, their offense shouldn't have to score more than 48 points to win. So you can put that one on the defense last week. But going to the Giants, you would think this is a major bounce back position and get the momentum back on their side.
Giants better be careful because the Dolphins might hang, 100 on them.
Yeah, if their defense scores a couple of touchdowns.
The Dolphins players were pissed that McDaniel pulled the reins.
Yeah, because they could have had the most ever.
Yep.
But they had the most. They had the most yards from scrimmage ever. So they did break a record, but they could have put up 73 and set the bar. Miami's already have the undefeated team,
right?
And then they have the most points scored and the most yards. I mean, that would be kind of cool.
They had 2 running backs score 4 touchdowns each.
Imagine being a backup running back and scoring 4 tutties.
Right. It's just ridiculous.
Some dollar signs for next year.
For sure. What do you think, Ravens Steelers? It's in Pittsburgh. 4.5 is the spread. Steelers just got their asses beat by the Texans. Do you trust Kenny Pickett?
I'll never trust Mr. Whopper Hands. I don't think he's that guy. I think, but I'm also on the side of Baltimore hasn't been playing great football either. Not saying that they've been down to the level of Pittsburgh, but I don't have an insane amount of faith like I did at the beginning of the year for Baltimore.
Right.
I think they have the better offense, one of the best tight ends, and they have an always great defense. It's gonna come down to if Pittsburgh can score points. The over/under set at 38, which is low as balls. So they're saying that either both of these offenses sucks or their defenses are good. And I don't think either of them are completely true. But I would take Baltimore. I like Baltimore. Even at the money line's at -205. So I would take the -4.5. If you were making me pick, I'm all over Baltimore. I don't trust Pittsburgh whatsoever, whether or not they're at home with the terrible towels or not.
All right. So I was going to say, based on what you were saying, take the under 38 then, because both teams have not been looking very good. That's for sure.
Yeah, and those games, if there's any weather involved, it might be like 10-13. Those games get so weird. That division is super weird. They always play each other super strong, and there's not a lot of points that come up.
34 rush attempts per team.
Yeah, that division's super weird. But I mean, when I see 38, I almost instinctively bang the over because it's just too low. There's too much that can happen. It's way too low. But I would probably be on the over 38 and -4.5 for the Baltimore Ravens. But that's going to be a fun game. That division's always fun.
For sure. The Lions open up against the Bucks next week at -3.
Where's the Bucks?
In Tampa Bay.
I don't care where they are if they're playing the Bucks.
Next week, yeah. I just scrolled down too far on DraftKings and found that.
Yeah, I'm all over the Lions. -3 on that one too. -155. Yeah, let's just parlay this week and next week and the week after. One more game that is pretty close line-wise. The Jets versus the Broncos. The Broncos just came back and had a miraculous win. Obviously, it was against the shit-stained Bears. Do you think they keep it rolling? They're 2.5 point favorites against the Jets, who looked better at the end of last week's game. Zach Wilson kind of got it rolling. It was not his fault they lost compared to prior weeks, where you could put a little more blame on Zach Wilson in that offense. They looked a lot better. Do you think they're going to be able to replicate that against the Broncos?
I think the Jets win this game outright, actually.
Oh, shit. Upset alert.
So the reason why is because of what stupid-ass Sean Payton said about McDermott. What's his name? The Broncos coach last year. He's now the coach in the Jets on the offensive coordinator. Called it the worst coaching job he's ever seen.
Oh, yeah. When he got there, everything was just in shambles.
So the Jets have bulletin board material for the whole year. They're going to want to go back their coach up. Zach Wilson looked good against Kansas City. Someone on ESPN, I think it might have been Jeff Saturday, said, watch how Zach Wilson plays once Aaron Rodgers is back around the team. And last week was his first game back around the team after the injury. So, he's giving them pointers. Hey, if you see this might be what they're in. Look for this, I think the Jets start to turn it around a little bit, and everyone's saying if they're 500 after Thanksgiving, that A-Rod might suit it up. So they got to be there. They're 1-3. They got to win a couple games. I think they win in Denver this week.
They got a lot to play for if that's going to be the case, because every win is another hey, we might get Aaron back. We might get him back.
We might get Aaron. Uh-oh.
I like that too. I'm not high on either of these teams. I don't think Denver's very good whatsoever, and the Jets are in a weird spot because they have talent all around the ball and they have one of the best defenses. They just have to be able to move the ball and put up 20-plus points. That's how I feel. I don't think they're going to be able to keep teams under 14, 17 week in and week out. So they're going to have to put up points. It's just tough to watch the Jets play because their defense is so good. And then they get the punt and their offense goes on the field and it's just flat, very flat. And they have dynamic running backs and very, very skilled wide receivers. Even Lazard was making plays last week.
Right.
Big time plays. So they just got to get it. It's just got to click. You never know. It only takes one game. It takes a couple drives just to get things clicking. And if Zach Wilson doesn't turn the ball over, they're going to be a good team. Not a great team, but they're going to be a good team.
Right. I agree.
They say defense wins championships. We need this defense to just win regular season games to be able to get Aaron Rodgers back.
That's for sure. While we were talking about that, I found Lions' first drive touchdown score, Jameson Williams, plus 2,000. That's it.
Ooh.
And then first drive catch a pass, Jameson Williams is plus 180.
I fucking love that.
So
I love that.
Right. I feel like it's free, but could just be me. I don't see.
Just give him a little hitch route, get the juice flowing, get the blood flowing.
Laporta to catch a pass on the first drive plus 135. You got plus money all over the place here. The only one that's not plus money is Amon-Ra.
As long as we don't run, pass incompletion, we're Gucci.
Right, exactly.
We get the ball rolling and just get a first down. One of those dudes are going to get a catch.
Lions first drive touchdown score, David Montgomery plus 750.
Jeez.
So,
that's pretty fucking juicy, bud.
Yeah. Now that I know that this is here, I might be looking into it a little bit.
1-800-GAMBLER, how are you doing?
It's Jimmy again.
1-800-GAMBLER, Jimmy, how you doing? Said, what's the locks for today? Ma'am, what's the locks for today?
No, sir, you're calling here because you have a gambling problem.
He's like, yes, I know.
Just tell me any team. I don't give a shit.
Another divisional game for us, the Vikings versus the Chiefs. Surprisingly, the Vikings only open up at 3.5-point dogs.
I feel like you have to hammer the Chiefs.
3.5-point dogs. The Chiefs are only minus 185. Probably due to the fact that the Chiefs' offense just hasn't looked amazing. They haven't looked bad, but they just haven't looked that next level, putting up 30 plus, just making defense coordinators look like shit. And it's at the Vikings. If it was in the Chiefs, I think this is a 6.5, 7-point spread, but 3.5 is just nothing against a very sad Minnesota Vikings team right now.
For sure. And if you look back at the previous seasons, sometimes it takes KC to a couple weeks to start to look good again. Travis Kelce hasn't really done much as far as, his normal numbers. I think he had 6 catches for 60 yards. He hasn't gone over 100, I don't think, yet. So look for him to get going. I really think the Chiefs get it rolling and cover the 3.5 with no problem.
For sure. I remember last year thinking, I think after week 4, I'm like, dude, what's up with the Chiefs this year? Like, I know they had a lot. Tyreek Hill was gone. They had a lot of offensive change, and the same thing as this year. So if last year and this year are similar, we're within a week or two from this offense clicking and Kansas City looking like Kansas City again.
Right. I agree wholeheartedly.
What do you think about the PI called on that Pat Mahomes interception? Did you see that?
I didn't see that. No.
Well, the ref is like staring and he's kind of holding his flag. And as
Uh-huh.
soon as he literally as soon as he catches it and comes down, he's like, chucks the flag. But he was just like holding it.
I gotta wait.
People are like, he was gonna throw it before, but it's like he didn't. He was just, he had that thing strapped. And then as soon as they caught it,
Thank you.
holding on sauce. I don't think it was that great of a call, but I don't know about the whole this game is rigged shit. And it always happens with the Chiefs and big time teams that people hate or love. But it was a little fishy, especially when you put them side by side and it's slow-mo and you're just looking at the ref and then as soon as I don't know, it was a little sketchy.
It is always sketchy. It's just yeah. Ugh.
If you're a Jets fan, you were very, very sick about that. But if you're a Chiefs fan, another day, another win.
Amen. Amen. While we're talking, Justin Fields is 1 of 2 for 58 yards, with that one being to DJ Moore. So DJ Moore, 58 yards, first catch.
Already. One catch. What are we talking about? Already. How free? We said one catch, maybe. So they're driving.
Yep, they're down to the 20. Justin Fields just got sacked by Marquez Sweat, something like that.
Classic. Big play, and then a sack.
Yep. Third down already. So,
hey, we'll take it. That's 58 for Fields passing yards and 1 pass, and DJ Moore banks. I mean, we can't. If they just kick a field goal here, we can't start out too much better.
Amen.
Or, Fields throws a pick. I mean, that would be better.
That would be dope. Touchdown, DJ Moore.
Dude, it's so free. DJ Moore's got 78 yards.
Oh, damn it. I knew this was the worst possible scenario.
Man. It's all good. It's still early. This one's for Buckus.
DraftKings hasn't even moved the line. It's still 6. They're confident.
They said, yeah, we really don't care. That was a fluke.
Did you guys watch the game last week? Oh, no. Now, okay, it refreshed. -1.5 now.
Okay. The fact that they just went down and scored that fast and they're still plus money is hilarious.
Yep. Plus 100 if you take their money line right now.
That's actually hilarious. All right, Dunny, you got anything else? Let's go watch this game.
I don't have anything. We're looking at being live early Saturday and early Sunday morning, like 9:30, 10 o'clock, because I'll be on a golf trip. So I have to be out of the hotel by probably at least 11. So be looking for us. College football, NFL, Sundays. We like to do our thing, talk to you guys about what games we like. Works out pretty well so far. Hopefully we can keep the hot streak going.
For sure. College football's been hot. If you don't see us, that probably means that baby's on the way this weekend. So we'll keep everyone updated. We'll let you know when we're going to go live this weekend. So as always, we appreciate you guys. Make sure you tune in to all of our social media and all the plays we got going on in the Discord. Week 5, baby. NFL week 5.
Amen. And good luck, Hanny, if it does happen. Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, absolutely, man. All right, boys. We appreciate you guys. Have a good night and go Commanders.